Hey there, this is Susan with Colorful Expressions. Today is the 8th day, the 8th prompt for Dephemerember, hosted by Louise Heinzel and Barbara of 49 Dragonflies. Today's prompt is least favorite ephemera and bookbinder's art. Now, on Barbara's video this morning, she said that bookbinder's art was a little confusing. She just meant any part of a book, including book pages. So I was happy to hear that because I was stumped. But least favorite ephemera. Well, I haven't made that much ephemera, so I'm not exactly sure. However, I know that I absolutely hate dealing with dirty, wet tea bags. And this is 2 days worth of tea drinking. I drink 2 cups every morning instead of coffee. I can't have coffee anymore. It tears up my stomach. So I've got some tea bags here, and here's some herbal tea. It kind of fell apart, but I've got a couple scraps. And I have a vague idea. I want to make a pocket. Here's my little signature. I want to make a large pocket that you could slide a card or something large into. And I want to give it some texture and some color, not just plain book pages. So that's where I'm going with this today. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to cut these into wider strips. I'm just going to cut these lengthwise in half. I don't trust myself to tear them. I'll just make a mess. All right, and then I want to get some color on these. And what I'm going to use is my acrylic ink and some water. Since this is going to get messy, I'm just going to be in the bottom of my half pan here. This is a commercial restaurant half pan that I used to use when I dyed yarn, back in my yarn dyeing days. It's wonderful for containing mess like we're going to do today. So I'm going to kind of go by color so that if they run into each other, it won't be too much of a problem. I've got a full thing of water. Got some extra water here. I'm going to wet them down first so they stick to the bottom. They don't move very much. Also, when you do that, you don't have to worry about them flying around. All right, we're going to start with purple. This is dioxazine purple. It's extremely strong, so I'm really only going to use tiny bits. Let's see if a brush will get this to move around a little bit. There we go. Don't need to use a lot. I don't want it really strong. I just want a hint of color. This one is muted violet. Let it, and it's like tissue paper, so it's going to keep its wrinkles, get a really interesting look. I'll go ahead and mix them up a little bit. Could use a little more purple here. This is acrylic ink, but it dissolves with water, but it's permanent once it dries. Once all that water escapes out of the paper, it will be permanent. It will not run. All right, want a contrasting color. This is one of my favorite colors. It is, what's it say? It's a deep golden yellow. I can't find, yeah, Indian yellow. This one, my stopper broke. See, it's shattered. See the tip? But it still works. This brand is available at Michael's. I would say pick it up a jar at a time when you've got a 40% off coupon. That makes it fairly reasonably priced. Let's see, let's get some more water on here. All right. Now I'm going to pull out a paper towel and lay these out to dry. It won't take very long since they're super thin. And then we'll come back and put them on my book page. Okay, I don't know what happened, but my audio did not get recorded, so I'm doing this as a voiceover. This is the third time I've done the voiceover because I can't somehow figure it out. Anyway, I took the tea bags off of the paper. They're fully dry now, and I'm going to layer them in a pattern on the book page with matte medium in a bit of a grid pattern, just to give that pocket some color and some pattern to it. The tea bags are nice and thin, so you can read the book page through there. The texture of the book page comes through, and it makes a nice mosaic pattern. I'm going to cut them into large squares and then just layer them onto the book page. I don't know what happened with the purple. It really came out a lot paler than I expected. Um, I thought I mean, it looked pretty dark when it was wet. So next time I'll use some more purple, um, and get a stronger get a stronger dye. Once it's down on the page, it looks pretty good. I was just surprised that it didn't uh, that it wasn't stronger than that. Anyway, now I'm gonna go get my matte medium and my brush and paint them down. Matte medium is really my favorite glue. I don't use Mod Podge or, and I don't have many other bottle glues. I have some tacky glue and some PVA bookbinders glue, but I tend to use matte medium for the most. Probably because I've done a lot of collage on art paper, so that's what you usually use with that. Now I just want to do a simple grid pattern, slightly overlapping, with the gold popping up against the purple squares. And then just put your matte medium down, put your tea bag paper down, and then a light coat of matte medium on top, seal it in. The matte medium will make the book page stronger. It will also keep the tea bags from tearing. It will make that paper stronger. And those together will make a nice strong pocket. So you can store something large. I made one large enough to take up most of a page of the junk journal. And also uh, dyeing those papers gave me an idea for dyeing full size journal pages. And now I have a whole bunch of journal pages sitting on the floor on a towel in my room there, uh, waiting to dry. I used acrylic ink and water, and I'll make a video on how I made some pretty much tie-dyed journal pages. Hopefully they will be
fade a little bit like these did, because right now the colors are pretty darn strong. But that's okay. I know I can handle working on some very colorful pages. And I might even find some textures and run it through the color printer and add to the chaos with some added textures. Now here I had a gap, so I had to peel the whole thing back up and reposition it to make sure that it covered the edge of the book page. And feedback was surprisingly strong. It didn't seem to, I didn't tear a single one of those. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. That I was concerned that I could tear these apart. They felt so fragile. And I also didn't want to do a checker pattern, and that's why you end up with four purples touching each other. And here at the end, you'll see there's two yellows together, but that's okay. I wanted it a little bit more random. I think I should have really maybe cut them into smaller pieces and gone for a little more random, and rather than just a square grid, put them a little more offset. But these turn out really cute, and I do like the colors. And I was grumbling about my yellow touching the yellow, but that's all right. We'll decorate this on top. So now we'll put in one last coat of matte medium, lightly brushed. Make sure it's all nice and even. And uh, we'll put the finished piece on top of a paper towel to help it dry. The paper towel will absorb the liquid a little bit faster than the paper. That page of paper will. Now we just have to wait for it to dry and we can finish making our page.
Well, I'm not sure what happened. My mic is completely broken, so I'm going to have to rely on my phone mic for the moment. Anyway, this is mostly dry, and I'm going to trim off the edges and then decorate it a little bit. And then we will have our pocket. I was watching Louise Heinzel this morning, and she made such an amazing page out of just paper clips, was the theme behind it. She started with a paper clip and then just made the most amazing page. And I'm envious, but at the same time, I don't think that's my style to have so much in a journal. I don't know yet. I mean, as I make items, my style will develop. All right, so here's our page. I'm going to put it in. It's designed to go in like this, face up. And I am going to decorate it with some jelly printing. One across the bottom and one going up a little bit. Actually, we can use a glue stick for that. I thought this jelly print had just the perfect shade to match the rest of these. go. And then I have these stickers, which I used yesterday. But again, the colors match with the colors of the tea dyed paper. The dyed tea bag paper. I can get this off of here. Here we go. Put one right there. I pulled out my stickers and I found I had a bunch that I would be happy to use in journaling. Some of them I don't like, but some of them look quite nice. I like these transparent ones. All right. So that's our page for today. And then it'll be glued in on like this side of a signature. And I think I'll strengthen the edge with some washi tape again. Like I did yesterday with that pocket in the textured edging. The textured design on it. All right, and here we have, and it's ready to be glued in. This is not the page I'm going to put it on, but this is the pocket before it gets glued in. And that's the prompt for today. For tomorrow, we've got bookmarks and black and white. I have a lot of black and white papers, so we can have fun with that. And we finished prompt number 7, least favorite ephemera, and bookbinder's art. Thank you for watching, and if you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe.